Hi, you're very welcome. And in this video, what I want to show you are 5 ways you can clean up your data. So the first one I'm going to do is a thing called trim, which basically removes unwanted spaces. So if I look over at this data, which was actually, let's say, generated by AI, and if I come up here to the formula bar, so if you're not sure if you have spaces or not in your data, a way to check it is just click up here and you see there's a space between the 9 and my cursor. So that tells me I've got extra spaces in it. Some of them, when you look at it there, you can see I've got extra spaces there, extra space at the beginning, and so on. And one of the reasons that's important is that your formula is probably, it'll look fine, but if there's extra spaces and you're trying to compare two data sets, if there's an extra space in one and not in the other, it won't work. So what I do here is I type in equals trim over my left bracket, come here, close my bracket, and then I just double click to copy it down and just drag it down to there. And you see there now it's looking much tidier. Now, if I want to kind of retain this, as at the moment it's a formula, which makes a bit of a pain. So what I do is I press Control C, and then if I just do Control Shift and V, that kind of does a copy in values in situ. So when you look at it here now, you can see it's actually gone back to being text. Okay, so that's the first one done. And you can also see over here, as my son used to call them, the destructions are over there as well. Text to numbers. So if I'm looking here, you can see there, I've got my data over here on the left. And this is a very common thing, that the data is imported in, but it actually looks, it looks okay, but it's actually there's two things that will tell you that even though it looks like a number, it doesn't quack like a number. Two things will tell you. First of all, the numbers are over on the left-hand side, okay, because numbers generally align to the right. And then the other thing is the little green flags. So the quickest and easiest way is just to highlight all this here. Just come up here to my little, what I call the little yield sign, click on this, and then just go convert to number. And you'll watch how the alignment changes straight away. Okay, that's that one done. Now, the other way to do it, and actually you don't need to do anything else, it's now good to go. The other way to do it is that sometimes if you just multiply by 1, so equals this multiplied by 1, okay, and I can just drag that across and just copy it down. Because so if your plan A doesn't work, this would be like your plan B. But then you have to do the same thing again, Control C to copy it, and then Control Shift and V to put the paste values in situ. The third one I have here is Flash Fill. And what Flash Fill is that you kind of give Excel a formula. So let's say this is a common enough one where what I want to do is basically extract the names that are to the left of the email sign. So what I can do is I can type in Nina Headstrong, give it a pattern, and then if I come up here and highlight it all the way to the bottom, down to there, now I can do either come over here to Home, come over here to Fill, and then see there it says Flash Fill. And that actually works quite well. But do check it though, because if it's a more complex one, it can do a bit weird stuff. And the other way to do it is to highlight again, and if you just press Control and E, it does the same thing as well. So that's just another little shortcut you could use. Remove merge cells, or as I call them, the spawn of Satan. Now, I've given you a little tutorial there about the find, and I'm going to leave that for you to look at in your own time. But to be honest with you, it just basically shows you, if you have a big sheet, shows you where to find them. Whereas if I come over here to this one, and then I just come up here to Home, Merge and Center, and I just go on Merge Cells. And if you notice here, it kind of does some weird stuff. So I have to click on this, and you might have to come up to your alignment option up here. All right, so I might just go over to that one. Lines it up a bit tidier. This one. Yeah, the alignment thing can be a bit weird then afterwards, but it's still better than that one. Okay? And the reason for that is that if you need to do any kind of filtering or sorting, if your cells are merged at the top, it won't do it for you. Good reason to do it. Okay, text to columns. This one here, what it allows me to do is it allows me to split these ones here. So I can highlight the column, come up here to data, and then come over here to text to columns. And basically I can see all my data. And what I want to do is I want to split it by comma. Okay. And this is the thing you're always looking for. You need to look down here at this one, put there on the comma, click this one. And let's say where I want it to start. Now you can either leave it on that one, or else what I might do is, let's say, put it over here, that I want it to start here. And click finish. All right. So just to bear that in mind, that, you know, you can kind of decide where you want it to go. And I'm just going to undo that. I'll come back to that one, undo it. Right. So those are 5 techniques just to clean up your data. I hope you find them useful. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to put them in the chat. Mind yourself and take care. Bye.